Now, speaker Yusuf, and his speech title is My Mother, the Unconditional Love. My Mother, the Unconditional Love, Yusuf.
I had only one mother, but I neglected her. My mother is the only mother I have. She always loves me, whatever I am. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable judges, and everybody who is watching this video now. My mother will follow me wherever I go, even in a football field. When I was playing football, she would be at the side of the football game and she would be running up and down and she would call me, Yusuf, be careful, watch out the ball behind you. Yusuf, kick the ball, kick the ball. My friend asked me, Yusuf, is that your mother? I said, no, I've never met her before in my life. I rejected it. During lunch, my mom would prepare fried fish and she would say, Yusuf, eat all the fish. You need to grow up. I said, Mom, you have got to eat too. No, Yusuf, I'm full already. I have had 2 fish already. I know it's a lie. She hasn't eaten anything during the day. And she asked me, Yusuf, tell me your friends, and I will tell you your future. My mother knows that I am mingled with all those losers, drinkers, even the drug. One night, I went outside with all those losers to get a drink, and I become a very big loser. When I came home, a bit late at night, my mom said, how are you, Yusuf? I'm fine, Mom. Can we talk for a minute? Mom, I'm tired. I want to sleep. Please. Yusuf, in the daytime, you don't have time to talk to me. In the evening, you want to sleep. I just need to talk with you 1 minute. Please. Mom, please give me a break. I want to sleep. And I slammed the door. Ladies and gentlemen, one day, a few years later, I became successful. I went on a holiday to Bali, beautiful beaches there. And I checked in the hotel. And in the middle of the night, suddenly somebody knocked on the door. Said, who is it? This is the middle of the night. Excuse me, sir. We are from the front office. You didn't pick up the phone. It's urgent call from home. What? A call from home? So I tried to pick it up. Hello? Did you call me from Bandung? Then my sister said, yes, brother. I would like to tell you about mom. Mom? What's wrong with her? I can't tell you now. Please tell me. I'm waiting. Mom passed away. Oh my God, no! I rushed down the hotel and tried to find any transport as quick as possible. When I arrived at the funeral house, I just stayed behind. I didn't want to go to the front. I was praying in my heart, please, God, please, Mom, wake up, Mom. Here I am. I would like to talk with you. Not only 1 minute, 1 hour, 2 hours. It's okay, Mom. I'm here now. I tried to gain my courage to go to the front, to the coffin. And when I looked at my mom's face, she was so beautiful, dressed in white, just like an angel. Mom! Mom! Oh! Please forgive me, Mom. Please. Please wake up, Mom. Ladies and gentlemen, I had only one mother. Why did I neglect her all her life? Everything was too late. She wouldn't wake up anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, the love of a mother is such an unconditional love. And what did she get in return? I rejected her most of the time. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, when you finish with this club meeting today, if you still have got a mother, go home, hug your mother, tell her that you love her so much before it is too late. Ladies and gentlemen, I had only one mother, but I neglected her. I regretted it so much. But those regrets cannot heal my hurt. Mom, I love you, Mom. I love you so much. Please forgive me, Mom. Forgive me for what I have been doing to you all my life. I've been a big loser. I want to hug you and tell you that I love you so much. Thank you very much. Back to you.
Thank you, Yusuf. And now moving on to evaluation session. So anyone like to mention? You can go. So you say me, and
Me.
yes,
Me.
G.
Okay, I'm trying to calm myself down. It's quite a bit. Oh, Yusuf, you did it! You nailed it! Yay! You made me cry. Okay, so I really love. I think for the transition is really clear, and also you giving a pause and giving a time to the audience to digest, which is really a good things, and and the audience can intense with it, and so we can feel the emotions that you shared. You also share your powerful things, and my feedback is only the angle of the camera, because a lot of times, yeah, I mean, sometimes when we cannot see your full hand gesture, it's quite a bit distracting. And the second, it would be, I don't know, is it because of my poor connection? Because you can check the recording later on, Opa Yusuf, because there are certain of the when you speak soft, we cannot hear it. I mean,
Mm.
I cannot hear it, so I don't know. Is it probably because there's a certain sections? I think probably because of my poor connection. I hope so. You can check on the recording. Is
Thank,
everything clear out or only me? Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you, Opa Yusuf. Good luck.
thank you, Aziza.
Yeah, me, JJ. So in my recording, I didn't experience any disconnection or poor sound. So yeah, the recording will tell everything everything is. So, but in my case, I didn't experience any poor volume. So my suggestion to Yusuf, the speaker, is that your tone is staying on a very high section, and uh, sometimes lowering, and when you are expressing, so let's say you're having a phone call, what, and our mom is that is very nice conversation, and then some most of the time you are staying in high pitch tone, and my suggestion is sometimes low, sometimes high, and giving sad emotion is you're not going to cry out, but in Korea we we not loud enough to cry, so we say we just experience some crying without sound, like and that is enough for Koreans.
Mhm.
So, and I believe that Korean, the judges is international because, but the dominant population of the judges will be Korean. So that is my concern. That I like Yusuf to win and break their legs.
Thank you. So the Korean judges, Korean doesn't like people cry in front.
Uh, some yes, but some the others no. So, but uh, the crying out loud,
Yeah.
than crying internally, that
Mm.
is more touching
Okay.
and giving
Okay.
more idea that I'm experiencing sad.
Yeah.
So internally,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, just showing pretend that you're crying and
Yes.
not crying out. Ah, I'm sad. I'm crying. That is
Uh-huh.
something overreaction.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Bram.
I want to try.
Yeah, Adele.
Okay. First of all, I really appreciate how Toastmaster Yusuf told us a really personal story, and it was really touching, and it makes me really sad now. But first thing that I noticed is how your virtual background works really perfectly. It doesn't cut your hand gesture whatsoever, but yeah, like usually when people do speeches and they use virtual background, it's kind of like cutting the hands and stuff, but your virtual backgrounds works really fine. And then you grab our attention by giving a really bold statement in the beginning. So we want to know what is it actually that make you uh, state such statement. And then you also put tons of conversations in your speeches, and it's a good it's a really good thing because it makes it easier for us to catch to follow your story. And then I love also how you put so many different emotions in your speeches, like uh, the 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 shouting by your mother, and then the frustration when she scolded you, and then like the crying and regrets when you knew what happened to her. And then I also love it how you close it with a call to action, like what we as an audience should do after hearing your speech. Like we should go to our mom and hug her and tell her how much we value her. And some things that maybe you want to try to apply in your next speeches is, yeah, as Aziza said, I think it's the camera angle, because uh, your the top of your head was kind of like cut by the screen, and it's actually not really distracting whatsoever, but it will be even better if you maybe, yeah, stand a little bit further, or yeah, you can play around with it. And also, even though you are trying to play with different tones and um, yeah, different tones to play around with your conversation, it's sometimes it's a bit hard, especially for me, to differentiate who's actually speaking, because as JJ said, the tone are most of them are high pitch, so it's kind of hard to, okay, so who's speaking now, who's that, like who said that. So it would be nice if you uh, make it even like different tones for each conversations. Yeah. Overall, I really love how personal your speech is, and yeah, that was a really good speech.
Thank you, Adele. Thank you very much.
Now, thanks, Adele. Anyone else like to give feedback? No?
Yeah,
Pichu, Shusin?
yes, actually, the feedback, I really love your speech. Like this speech, whenever I listen to this speech like 2 times, I feel so sad. So yeah, I love it. Every sentence, the transition was so smooth and love it. So one point is like the previous one say the forehead, this part I couldn't see. So yeah, you can try to adjust the camera. And next is the voice. Yeah, the voice was a little bit soft when you intentionally low your voice, so we cannot hear very well. So yeah, and that is one point. So and next is like the story is really amazing and great, and we feel so sad till now. So yeah, the audience make feel so sad. So that's great, and the message was strong. So yeah, at the end of the speech, you you call you said like you love I love my mom so much. So after you said like this, you also call to action once again to the audience, so that we cannot be said much more when I think like when we end with a call to action or with the audience. So yeah, the story is so sad and make the audience so sad. So yeah, I love the speech, every sentence. Yeah, that's really amazing. Okay, back to you, Obajiji.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to
Shusin.
try me.
Yeah, Pichu.
Yes.
Too.
Yes, how are you? Thank you, Yusuf. Okay. Yusuf, I
Yeah.
would like to give my personal view regarding this speech. Okay, even those prepared speech, you can give any topic, any titles of the speeches that you like. But normally, what for my experience and the advice from my senior in my club, in my district, what they say, please try to avoid to give a more emotions or sad story. We try to give more humorous or happy speeches, because this will lead your audience to have a happier environments and feedback. So maybe I would suggest that in terms of the conversations, for the 3 points that I like it so much. One, the number one, because you neglected your mother, and your mother so aggressive, so happy to accompany you, but you didn't like it. And second, because you mingle with the loser and she wished to give you 1 minute talk. That happened in the real life. That happened to me. So because my brother, he was addicted for the drug, okay, and it happened to my mother, and he's really make a really sad story. And third, I would say maybe you can change it to a more motivation in terms of maybe gives some contrast or comparison to the old generations and new generations. For example, 1 minute talk you neglected and slammed the door. It really happened in my generation, my son also. They did like they didn't want to speak or communications with the parents, and instead they try to make a silence environment, like they only focus to their device, they are only focused stay in the room. So maybe this contrast will make to cool down your sad emotion. This is what my suggestions are. Okay, we like to hear happier, humorous, instead of really sad to make your audience in the down space. Okay, back to you. Thank you, JJ. Thank you,
Great,
Yusuf.
Pichu. I'm yeah. As I hearing from Pichu, I was thinking that, oh, that might be a mother's perspective. So, Pichu, how many children do you have?
Yes, JJ, I have 3.
Oh,
But sometimes you see, I could feel the attitude from the youngster. They have their emotion, they have their perspective, and even they have already be an adult, just graduated from the university. And just recently, yesterday, I talked to them. Be a youngster. After you have already graduated, you must have a very good attitude. You must know how to differentiate good and bad. Is it? And then you must respect to your mother, your parents, and you don't talk back to your boss. This is how we can become a better guy. Therefore, maybe Yusuf, you can try to get a contrast so that you can really, because your audience multi, your audience got youngster, got adult, got older people, married or non-married. Therefore, you must in very general to fit to your audience and get the message through your story. This is what my personal.
Beach's perspective gives more idea than my feedback. High pitch tone is crap. now I feel like Pichu wins the evaluation.
Message, because in prepared speech, the message is really you need your audience to get something from you, because your story is your own story. But in terms of to pay back to your audience, you have to really organize it.
So Yusuf, there is a mother's perspective. So I suggest you consider seriously.
Sure. JJ, when is actually the contest?
The contest will be on Saturday, 26 March.
26.
26. And area director didn't confirm what time. So I'll let you know later on. So the possibility is very high that mostly in Korea, the area contest begins around 1 p.m. Korea time. So there will be 11 a.m. Jakarta. So yeah, time managing.
We want to support.
Needed.
We want to
Yeah.
support.
Oh, by the way, Pichu,
Yeah.
did you break their legs at Sacred Heart Club?
Third place.
Oh,
You see, okay, for example, JJ, didn't you, okay, our just first champion, you see the message, she talked about her father, and then talk about her personal life, and then talk about the result.
Right.
All this, the bad and become good. I see. Maybe Yusuf can try to organize it, because when the judges normally they won't really point on or highlight your worker variety, but more to the message that you really capture your audience.
Right. So I was a judge before, but I cannot tell you what club and what district. But as a judge, I like to hear more clear message with the spicy experience, spicy story of experience. So, and I see that Yusuf has all these elements, but he may need some technique to divide it more clearly with a clear transition.
And then you from the bad, and then become better, or how you change your behavior from the bad behavior to the good behavior. Yeah, I think this is more to your message that you want to deliver to your audience. Come. See?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pichu.
Thank you.
And Brahma Kumar, any comment?
Actually, put on the chat for him. I would suggest you listen to the speech by the former world champion Michael Carr. The speech is called Blue. It's also a very sad, somber story, but the way he ends it is very beautifully done, and it's very emotional. It makes you go through a roller coaster ride of emotions. So maybe you can take from that and adapt your speech towards that. Similar to the others, at sometimes your voice was too soft, and sometimes you couldn't see the top of your head. One more thing I would feel is that maybe at certain points when you have the key message to say, you can come closer to the screen and say, my only mother, I lost her. I didn't listen to her. That would have a greater impact. That's all I got to say. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, and I see newcomer from Myanmar, Sue, and I don't think she listened to Yusuf's speech, so Sue, you'll be excused. Is it correct? Okay, then I'll end recording now, and this will conclude session 1.